This podcast is meant for mature audiences only and contains strong sexual language. Welcome to Sex, Love, and the Black Experience with your hosts, Miss Kiki Love and Miss Nisha B of Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. We're just two dope sisters who love to talk about sex and give our amazing guests a platform to share their experiences and expertise as it pertains to sex, love, and the Black experience. So let's get started. So welcome to another episode of Sex, Love, and the Black Experience with the dynamic duo, the Orgasmic Melanin Goddesses. I am Miss Nisha B, and I've got my business partner over here, or as we call each other, our business lover. Go ahead and introduce yourself, beautiful.
Miss Kiki Love in the building.
Yes, and we have an amazing guest. First of all, I just gotta say, you came to our expo. And you did a conversation about nutrition and sex. Because our bodies, you know what I'm saying? What we put in our bodies affects our sex life too, you guys. But also and it impressed me because you had your topic was based on our expo. So people could get the knowledge around their bodies and sex and sexuality, and I really appreciated it. It was amazing. You were awesome.
Definitely, I appreciate it.
Yes, but also just recently you just did a podcast with Fleet.
Yeah,
with Brother Fleet, and it was with Elizabeth from Be More Raw, and also Brother Ethan from Destroy and Build Fitness.
Destroy and Rebuild Fitness. Yes, ma'am.
And when I tell y'all, you guys have to watch that. We'll put a link in there because it was amazing. It was like a 40-minute talk, and because of that, like, I'm really taking better steps. I'm really focusing on taking more steps. But I'm gonna stop talking. I want you to introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about you. And then, of course, at the end, we'll have you give all your social media. We're gonna put all of that in the show notes to make sure that people follow you, because you are amazing and dynamic. And people think in Arizona we don't have no bomb ass people, and we do.
Yeah,
okay.
100%. Yeah, we do.
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Definitely. All right. Peace to the family. Thanks for having me. I truly appreciate y'all for taking the time out y'all day to have me in the building.
It's a pleasure, brother. Pleasure.
You know, it's double festival as expo for sure.
Yeah, because he didn't get to meet me at the expo.
Yeah.
You was there the day before on Saturday.
She was there every day, but she stayed in the back with the
I was there the
with
whole
the
time.
talent, you know, with our special guest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. Definitely. I was trying to meet everybody. I was like, I came too late.
Yeah. She stayed in the back. Yeah.
For sure. Well, I'm Leonardo Victory II. Y'all can just call me Chef Leo.
Yay.
I own Victory to Health. That's a supplement company, and I do catering as well, and I teach people how to cook, make juices, smoothie, and just live a healthier lifestyle.
Nice. Awesome. That is awesome. Awesome. So, so tell us. So let's just talk about, you know, our topic is around sex. Okay. So you got this juice. Let's talk about, first of all, what's in this juice you drinking?
Shout out to y'all and sex, because you know, and everything starts with a thought, and then you trickle down to sex.
Absolutely. That's what we do. It's called Sex, Love, and the Black Experience.
Yes.
So sex is always going to be a part of what we do. Like, people be like, oh, you know, I be like, no, sex is always the topic of conversation. So we gonna ask you some things now. We gonna get in your business a little bit. Yeah, we gonna get in your business a little bit, King. Just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah.
Just a ski taste.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I want to know what's in that drink. What is in that drink?
Because she nosy. Yeah. One thing about Nisha, she's nosy.
Well, I want to know because I might want to make that drink.
Yeah, for sure. It's very easy to make, but basically this is some coconut water. Coconut water is going to be a good source of potassium. That's going to help with your heart.
All right, come on,
some turmeric
potassium.
up in there, black pepper.
Come on.
A little bit of orange juice.
Okay.
And then fresh pressed apple juice as well, and cayenne pepper too as well. So cayenne pepper.
Got a little spice in there.
Yeah, for sure. That's super good for circulation.
Okay. Yeah, I need that. I need some circulation.
No, interesting enough though, sex on both ends of
Yes.
genders.
Yes.
Males and females is literally about circulation. Males as far as like with erection and then
The
blood
women,
flow.
as
Yeah.
far as like getting wet and also having an orgasm as well. Literally with the blood flow. So that's why like when I met y'all at the conference, I was saying like if you start to do better in this area, because everything has to be looked through from a holistic type of lens,
Yeah.
it gets trickled over into like the next place. If you actually flip onto the paper, I'm just trying to show the people. Let me get the page right here.
This one?
The one with the logo on there.
Yes. Okay.
Hold it down.
We got paperwork.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we got the paperwork.
Hello.
Yeah,
He
for
is
sure.
prepared.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Niggas
Yes,
bringing
ma'am.
paperwork to that building.
That's all right. We
I
need to
love
read.
that.
You know, like seeing is
I
believing is a
love
real
that.
thing.
I love
Yes.
when kings bring us
Yes,
paperwork.
ma'am. So,
Okay.
So the Victory to Health, and when I was talking about being holistic, so like literally my logo is people join together. So
Yes.
everybody is connected.
Right.
Literally everything is connected. And also I have a puzzle. So when you look at a puzzle, it's a picture. It's made of many different like pieces. Right?
Yes.
If one piece goes missing, it messes up the whole entire image.
I love
Right.
that.
And this is literally how our health is.
Right. Right.
And then as far as like the paperwork goes, so this one is just talking about vitamins and mineral deficiencies. And then the other one is talking about like nutrients like depleted by medications. We're gonna get to that like a little bit later on.
Right.
And then the other sheet that y'all have, I tried to have a couple of people, tell me what they was like eating and drinking every day.
Right.
But I ended up making one up.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get to that later on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to get to that. So, like I was telling you before we had started that, I just turned 50, July 31st.
Congratulations.
Period.
You
Thank
look like
you.
it.
I'm
Aging great.
sun-kissed too because we went to the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And I got sunburn. Because I didn't reapply. I put the sun screen on, but then I stayed in the water. I didn't reapply. You're supposed to reapply every 80 minutes. But turning 50, let me just kind of give you a little bit of background. My mother she'll be 70 in 2 weeks.
Congratulations.
But she had her first stroke at 49. So I was on pins and needles at 49. Okay. She had said, well, they told me to take blood pressure pills, but I ain't doing it. And then she moved to California and she actually had a stroke and nobody was there for her. She ended up just happened to call her job and passed out. And thank God, because they called the emergency to come and get her. They had to break into the house to come and get her. So since then, she's had 7 strokes. She now has dementia. She now has early onset dementia. She still remembers who I am. And who, her loved ones are. It's her short-term memory that's mainly being impacted right now. Like she'll ask you something 5 minutes later, or I'll pick her up for church and she'll be in the car like, yay. Then 5 minutes later, she'll be like, where are we going? Because she forgot. So, but she's not even 70 yet. And she's, since 2018, she had to move in with me. She couldn't care for herself anymore. And now she's in a memory care facility because it was getting very difficult. And that was a hard decision, especially for Black people. Like we don't want to make those decisions. But it just made me think, because my husband will be 55. I just turned 50, and like, who wants to retire and not be able to enjoy a quality of life, or not be able to I love to travel. And then I was like, I can't go because I got this problem and this issue and this, and I don't want those limitations in my life. So one of the reasons, was selfish bringing you here too, was to really have a deep conversation about how to really take control of our lives and, and change some of the habits. Like, what's the way to start for somebody who's like been not healthy for a long time and kind of lazy? I'm just like, it's easy for me to just get some fast food. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like really, I really want to have this conversation. And the fact that, my husband, for a long time I was dating guys and like in their 30s, up from 30s to 40s, and they couldn't get it up because they had so many health issues. Thank God we don't have that problem, but I want to, my husband want to keep that going. So like, what can we do in our lives to make that happen?
Oh, for sure.
I know I said a long whole mouthful.
It's good. Big salute to you for like taking your mother in your care. Too often in life, that's like with accountability, it's be too much for a lot of people. So they like, man, I can't even deal with my own problems. You got to go somewhere else. So I want to give a salute to you.
Thank you.
For as much as you could, taking her into your home and trying to like take care of her well-being.
And
like,
I'm still taking care of her. I'm advocating for her. You can't, these people, listen, I see people in there and they don't have family advocating for them. I don't know what they doing for them, but they take care of my mama because I'm on top of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? They see me, I'm popping up, I'm there, I got phone numbers. When there's an issue, I address it, but I also don't disrespect them.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, they're human. And so I feel like I tell them, I say, we're a team. And our goal is to make Rosina comfortable, basically. Let's make mommy comfortable. So if it's something that's not working, what can we do together? What can I do to help? And what can you do to make her experience better? Because that's my mama and you only get one.
Exactly. And we only have one life. But a lot of times we actually act like it's a game. Like we about to get extra men and women. Like, no, it's literally you have to take care and be in pursuit of a better quality of life every single day.
Absolutely.
So going back into like your initial question, like where do you start at?
Yes.
I always say with some water, right? So water is used in every single function of the body. Every one of them, right? So you either gonna drink the water like this or you gonna eat it. Eat it with the fruits and the vegetables. Whichever one that you like. I know a lot of times, like, we don't supposed to be drinking water. Like, we need to just be going with the fruits. A lot of people, their mind are wrapped right there. So start to increase the water intake. So with me personally, I tell people, 'cause I like coconut water. A lot of people cannot take coconut water because it has a very distinct type of taste. But if you cannot, make it with some infused fruits up in there or put it like into a smoothie. So in a general sense, start with like 64 ounces of a smoothie daily and then fruits on top of that.
Okay.
And I think that's something that you can easily do, friend. And, you know, pre-do all your stuff.
Prep
like on a Sunday. And then you can, you know, incorporate that.
Yeah.
For sure. That was the other part. Big salute to you.
Yes.
We trying, whatever.
Yeah, so
I be doing, you that.
For sure.
I handle that.
Definitely. So, you know, we're going to start with like the liquids and also too, like with the meal prep, like what she was saying. So convenience is the main problem why all health problems happen. Like, I ain't got no time to meal prep it. Okay, this is easier over here. So a lot of times we make short-term decisions or temporary decisions that's going to lead into permanent problems later on in life. So on your day off and whenever you can, especially if you know you're a team, you can't lose. So make sure like that's when y'all can do like some meal prepping. Also too, when it comes to the circulation, a lot of guys even in their early 20s are having like erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
And if we really pay attention, it's literally a lot going on.
Yeah.
With that. Exercise is one of them that's like looked over. Even if it's as simple as walking, just walk through the day.
Yeah, because listen, let me tell you something. I am not doing no P90X. I ain't doing no crazy stuff.
I'm allergic, so
I will walk. I can walk, and then I have a pool. So I've been trying to like want to do like because that's good on the joints.
Yes, it's the best
trying to do some exercises in the pool. But I always tell people if somebody chasing me, I ask them to walk briskly.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I can't, I can't run. I ain't running no damn where.
Yes, hey, but listen, you can walk. So.
Right. So I'll be like, can you just walk briskly while you chasing me?
No. Yes, and I'm not doing none of it, so I'm allergic to the gym.
But you ain't gotta be. But we can walk.
I'm allergic,
you gotta start.
friend.
Come on, sis. We got this business. We trying to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we blowing up, so we gotta be healthy, right?
Make the dream work.
We gotta be healthy for when the millions come in. You know what I'm saying?
I be trying. Listen, this is my like thing about going to the gym.
Yes, ma'am.
Every time I go to that motherfucking gym and I see all them skinny ass people already, just, I'm like, you already winning. Like, why are you here? You already won. Like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I be feeling very intimidated.
But you don't have to go to the gym. What's the like Leo was saying?
I like the pool. Like,
okay,
I like
well, come get in the pool, sis.
No, I ain't getting in your pool.
Why?
Because you done stuff in that.
I ain't done nothing in there.
You ain't done nothing?
We just went skinny dipping for the first time yesterday in the pool.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have that pool for 3 years. And I got a pool, man. He cleans my pool. It circulates. Get out of here.
Hey,
She trying to make excuses are the tools of incompetence, which build monuments of nothingness, and those that dwell in them seldom do well in a world of exactness and dependability.
That's some bars right there. So
I ain't gonna tell you how I learned that pledging in the sorority.
This nigga be psychological lying me, and I don't like that.
Man, I'd be intellectually dishonest.
Listen, I will walk with you. Listen, I'm telling you, if I'm getting on this kick, you got to get on this kick with me because you know what I'm saying. We about to be millionaires and stuff, and we got to be healthy.
I have no problem like drinking the water. I ain't got no problems eating the fruit. I love fruit. I love fruit. I love all those things. I love vegetables. I love all that.
She's a chef too.
Oh, that's a win.
I am. I love all that. It's the exercise that I have the issues with. Yes, because I be just like, listen, I'm not doing the P, just like what sister said. Yes, I'm not doing the P90X.
What about chair exercises? Because I've been seeing that's the big, like when the pandemic hit, that was a big thing that a lot of people were doing chair exercises.
I like
What's that about?
Non-conventional exercises.
Like
like yoga and
but that's good too.
Yeah, I love that. Like I love yoga, I love pole dancing, I love water aerobics. I love stuff that is non-conventional. I don't want to go to the gym and look at these buff ass people.
Yeah, I'm with it. No, listen, you're so funny. So like you started paying attention to my page. I need to actually start recording more, but every day like I'm working out at home doing some form of calisthenics.
Yeah. Right.
So like you was mentioning, you talking about like the chair exercise, and that's great. So what actually happens is when you start to exercise, your lymphatic system, like that's literally the sanitation system of your body, because like the fluids moving,
right?
That's being activated, right?
Right.
And then also too, when you don't exercise, right, or you being non-active, you increase your insulin resistance and decrease your insulin sensitivity.
Oh.
And then when you start to exercise, you actually increase your insulin like sensitivity and then reduce your insulin resistance.
Okay.
So this is why like exercising is needed. Even like I was talking about on the last podcast, like you can eat and drink as best as you can, but if you're not moving, your body not properly getting the nutrients because there's no circulation.
And that's my problem. I'm not moving as much. I'm very stationary. My job is 8 hours a day, sitting in a chair. I work from home 3 days a week, and then 2 days a week I go in the office. I'm more active in the office because I'll get up and walk around the building. But at home, I don't know what it is.
Comfortable.
Yeah, but I need to create some kind of routine to get up and just walk around a block.
Yeah,
or a 15-minute break, just walk around a block or something.
Definitely. Bands from Ross. You know, you got the stretch bands, so you really can sit in a chair. You can be working out your legs. You can be working out your arms. And then the whole process of this is you have to start somewhere. So when you go to a gym, you see people, they keep on going at it. Like, damn, you already fit. Why are you still here? They literally started from somewhere and then they graduated and they just keep on going up. Right. So if you don't want to work out none, just go walking. You know, if you don't feel like walking, just walk in place like at your house. Right. Walk around your dwelling, hit the stairs, like going stair exercise, and like that's great. Like before I even knew what hiking was, I was like, y'all walking up a mountain, like that's crazy. I went hiking, I'm like, it's not as simple as it seems because it's an incline because you're putting more, like you're using more.
Have you done that ASU one? I can't even make it all the way to the top.
I'm not doing.
There's a little. You go halfway, and it's like a little area you can sit. I'm like, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna just chill. Right. I am. When you say when I say that I am out of shape, I am out of shape. Like even sexually, like I used to be able to put my legs all. I feel bad for my husband.
That's why we got them play with me straps.
I know, but even with the play with me straps, you can use that for exercise,
right?
Because you can start just using it for stretching. But I'm just saying that, like, I even feel like my sex is lazy because I haven't moved as much, and I can't get into certain positions. And I'm like, I've been looking at my husband like, I'm so sorry.
That's why I give these niggas
I can't do that no more.
I got time.
No, I got time. I'm trying to listen.
I give them side profile. They ain't getting front.
But see, this is my husband. He not getting side profile. We are evolving. We growing and learning. We trying to get more, like do more stuff.
That's
and
why
have
I'm not
more
married,
fun.
friend. That's why I'm single out here because I give these niggas side profile.
You so funny. Wait, hey, so what I was about to say is stretching.
Yeah,
right? That's like a lost art out here.
In the morning, right? Just at least do that. Okay.
Yeah. So fresh in the morning.
Yes.
You roll out of bed, you know, you got prayer, meditate, whatever,
Right.
and then stretch. What I used to do personally is,
Right.
shout out to my homie, the hippie yogi. I used to roll out the bed and then do 100 push-ups. She's like, you don't stretch or you don't do nothing like that? I'm like, no, like I never did that. But then once I started doing some stretching, it's like you releasing energy because everything in life is based off of energy type of balance.
Yeah.
So, because I know a lot of times in our community, if it's bad, it's bad, and we ain't trying to go over there. And then a lot of times, if it's good, a lot of us we ain't going over there too, based off trauma. But everything in life takes balance.
Yeah.
Right.
When energy doesn't go away, it just transfers.
Exactly.
So, you know, energy is energy.
Yeah, and you hit one of the major, like you need to hit the little bell thing right there. Bing, bing. I can't even hear it. But in a bigger sense, all we doing is translating or translating one area into the next. That's all of what we doing.
I like that.
So a lot of times people are like, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. Like you're already doing something. You just moving the energy from this place over there.
Yeah.
If you like, okay, cool, I can watch TV. If a person can watch TV for an hour or two, they also can read or exercise as well.
Right.
It don't have to be an hour. It can be down to like 10, 15 minutes or whatever a person can do. And you want to just keep on increasing that on a daily basis. Because if you improve 1% a week, just 1% a week at the end of the year, if you be consistent, you'll be 52% better.
Wow.
This is literally just based off of doing 1%
Wow.
a day. So.
Dang.
So if I put my legs up,
Yes, ma'am.
you know, behind my back like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I'm gonna be better.
Yes,
on
ma'am.
my way.
Yeah,
like,
hey, yes, ma'am. Hey, and we ain't playing around here. Yes,
listen,
ma'am.
cause I'm gonna put these legs up like bam, you know what I'm talking about, so they can get it.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
man
listen.
sandwich can get it.
But I feel right now too, like even for like my husband, like in changing our habits, like I told him 3 times a week I want to do no meat. So trying to get to that too, because I was watching you guys on the podcast saying like it take like a whole day to even digest meat, right?
Yeah.
And so if you eating it 3 times a day,
Yes, ma'am.
imagine your body is never really
Rest.
Process.
Rested.
Yeah, it's not processing it.
So I know with my husband, I have to do it. I have to start it, and then, but he's kind of go with the flow, like, okay, I'll try it. But he was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to have a hamburger every now and then. So what do you say to people who, like, they're just like, I'm not gonna fully go vegan or vegetarian? Is that okay? You know? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So was you about to say something?
No, what I was gonna say is it for black people feel like they need to have meat in order, you know, to get the protein, which is a total lie. If you've seen pictures, like you've seen pictures of my dad has been vegan well before it was even popularized, right? My dad's been vegan for over 25 years, and I will show you pictures after of my father, and my father looks like he's in his mid-30s, and he's about to be 62.
Right. He looked like her brother. I was like, that's your brother in the picture? She was like, no, that's my dad.
That's my daddy. Yeah.
And he's a handsome man too. I was like, okay.
Listen, Jay already got her bidding together. Shout out to our sister Jay.
Oh, man.
Damn. Shout out to putting JB put her out on blast like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, y'all talking that talk.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, but my dad's been vegan for before it was even like a thing, you know, because now everybody's, I'm vegan. Like, we didn't know what that
But I knew people that were vegan and then they had to go back or add meat because they said they weren't getting enough protein. So like, what is that? Like, I guess my question is, if you decide not to go fully vegan, right? Is that like bad for your health? Like, are you one of the people like, no, you got to be fully vegan, or do you find balance in people's lives and you can still, and it can still make an impact and they live a long, healthy life? And if you do decide to go vegan, what other sources can you get your protein? So those are 2 questions I got.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hey, you're loading it. You got to stop watching your phone?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What do you need it at?
I just need you to start it, and whenever it gets to 34 seconds, I just need you to stop me. No matter what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me know when you start.
Oh, you got to tell us why you're doing that.
34 seconds?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So start to stop watching. He said when it get to 34, tell him to stop.
Just let me know when you start.
Okay. Go ahead.
Definitely. So basically what it is like you just have to start being better. So the longest living people, they live in areas called the blue zones, right? They live the longest. They have like the lowest like rates of diseases and everything, right? And they have the most centenarians. That mean people over 100, right? Mm-hmm. So none of them is vegan, but they're primarily plant-based, meaning the majority of their calories is coming from plants.
Got it.
So wherever a person is at, I just tell you to improve on that, right? So if you eat a little fruit, start to eat more. You eat a little vegetable, start to eat more. If you don't do no smoothie, somebody just died from heart disease, right?
Oh, wow.
And then 6 seconds later, someone just had a stroke or a heart attack.
Oh,
and
wow.
And then in the process of me talking, if I go for 20 more seconds, someone else is going to die from cancer. So in my mind, I don't have time to worry about if a person going to be like a vegan or something. I want you to consume as many different like substances as far as the fruits, the vegetables, the herbs, the spices, the nuts, the seeds. Even if you're dealing with the meats, right, get the conventional.
Get the organic.
Yes, ma'am. And then like the grass
fed,
right, or grass finished. What they eat, because typically we are what we eat, but it's even deeper. We are what's in what we're eating. Because you can eat all day, but what is the nutrient content? And that's like the main number one source of why it's health problems is malnutrition, because we eat all day, and it actually goes into like one of them papers. But we eat all day, but we're not getting in what we need to consume, which is going to be problems. So me personally, I'm not a vegan because I still consume honey. I know a lot of people are like, man, you don't eat no animal products or nothing. I'm like, no, but whenever you consume honey, the vegan community jump on you. You still eating like an animal product, etc. I'm like, honey is still
good. Because vegan and vegetarian, vegan means you don't even eat the byproducts of animals, right?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. And some people don't do no leather coats. They don't do anything from an animal.
Yeah, there's some serious vegans out here. Like they be going ham sandwich. I be like, listen, just calm down. Just calm down. It's like some of y'all be like for real,
doing
like legit
too
doing too much. And I be like, listen, nigga, like I understand. I get it, but I'm still wear my motherfucking leather coat, nigga.
Yeah, for sure. It's carnivores people like that too. So they literally only eat meat.
Right,
it's like
that's
they strictly
crazy.
Against, man, no plants is killing you, etc. So with me, nothing in life want to be eaten. You know how you living your life right now? Like the plant not sitting around like, man, I'm waiting for you to eat me. The animals definitely not doing that. Like, so you have to find wherever, like wherever you want to be at and try to do less damage as possible. It's literally like dating. You know, you dating, you got a partner, right? There might not be 100% what you need, but they're livable. Like it's doable to rock with this type of person. Like, so that's the same type of relationship that you need to have with every bite and every swallow of what you put in your mouth.
Swallow. Oh, I'm sorry.
For sure. And
I'm sorry.
No,
that's the dirty one.
You was being nasty, nigga.
Finish, Leo.
Because it actually goes into a whole nother conversation. So
yeah, because how you taste.
Yeah, it's a huge
thing. That's that real shit. Cause some of y'all be real salty out here.
Yeah, I do, but like you know, you have sex with somebody and you taking in their fluids,
and I be tasting that asparagus,
like oral sex and stuff like that. That comes out in your bodily fluids, right?
Yeah, 100%. So and then like that's the thing, like it's crazy. I'll make a post and people just randomly cussing me out. I'm like, damn, all you gotta do is like try it out, basically. So if you have like a woman or a man, they don't drink water, and you literally can taste
tell, it. Yeah, you can taste it.
Because what actually is happening is like everything is becoming concentrated,
right?
And then it's coming out, and then you can tell in people's skin. Right. And if you notice, they start to even drink more water and start to eat more fruits. When people are like, oh my gosh, like
you taste different. Nah.
Yeah,
no, it's a real thing.
There's a joke. There's a joke that. Shout outs to the legend Patrice O'Neal. He did this joke about being diabetic. And he said that his wife went down on him one night and she was like, babe, you need to drink more water. You need to, put some more fruits and vegetables in your diet. And he was like, why? She was like, because you taste like birthday cake, nigga. Because you taste like birthday cake. You tasting too delicious out here, and I'm gonna need you to drink some more fucking water and eat some more fruits and vegetables. Cause the sugar, cause he like that's how he died. He died from diabetes.
Oh, yeah, rest in peace.
So yeah,
I just saw
yeah.
I just watched the documentary about Biz Markie.
Yeah.
He died too.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it's very important that we as a community, right? And I get it. A lot of us are just not here for the shits.
Mm-hmm.
But what can you tell the Black community, right? As far as how can we be better, right? As far as putting less processed foods in our diet and more organic and vegan, like how, because again, we have to be realistic now. A lot of us live in food deserts. And that's a conversation that we are not willing to have in a conversation, right? When we're talking about health and wellness, is that we live in food deserts.
In our neighborhoods, I'm from Detroit. So in Detroit, ooh, I hope you guys can hear me. In Detroit, it's
salute to the D.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
We grew up and we didn't have the grocery. We had the Arab grocery stores, and they didn't have organic, vegan, none of organic, grass fed.
Right.
It was whatever. Some of it seemed like it was like the old warehouse process.
Right.
Like
100%.
You walked in the store,
you smell it.
It smelled like
right.
meat, But that was the corner store. That was where you went.
And
to go
in New York,
shopping.
same thing. Bodegas, like they don't have the organic, vegan, and all of that kind of stuff. So how can you tell a lot of these Black people that live in food deserts, like even in Flint, they still don't even have clean drinking water. So we sitting up here having these conversations about obesity in our community. We know that we have an issue, right? But we also have a bigger issue. We live in food deserts. And a lot of the times when we are having these conversations about eating healthy and eating organic, it's expensive as fuck. The food cost alone. If I go to Sprouts, right? Cause shout outs to Sprouts, cause Sprouts is fucking good, right?
Sprouts. Sprouts.
But I go to Sprouts and I know that I'm going to be spending a coin. I'm going to be walking out and I feel like I ain't got no groceries. Again, inflation, right? But this was before inflation, right? I would go to Sprouts and I'm like, what the fuck did I just buy? 250. What did I just buy?
But Leah, let's address that, because I remember you guys talked about it on the last podcast that is it really that more expensive to eat healthier or is it because people are buying processed healthy food?
100%. Yeah, definitely. Well, I gotta go back to the diabetes type of thing, and then I'm gonna connect that back in here.
Yeah,
there's actually it's interesting how they discover diseases, but literally, so like the diabetes is literally just came from sweet urine. So,
I was just about to tell you that my first husband was diabetic, and he told me he could taste his urine and tell that if his numbers were up.
Yeah, sometimes
he tastes you. He said sometimes if you in a situation you gotta.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes you can smell it. Just like you go to the bathroom and you're not drinking no water.
You see how dark it is.
It's dark and it's an odor, and it's the same thing if you're diabetic. But really, what your body is trying to do is it's trying to flush all the sugar out of it as much as it can. Right. Interesting enough, you know how children, how they be antsy and they cannot stay still. Yeah. Really, what their body is trying to do is and told you about the insulin resistant, but they're trying to increase their insulin sensitivity. So they doing all that moving around for their body to for their muscle cells to open up, and for them to increase their insulin sensitivity, so they be in a better place. But going back into the food desert situation. So where I'm from, Michigan City, Indiana, there's like 40,000 people.
You from Michigan City?
Yeah.
You might know my people. That's where my people from.
Yeah, it's small. Yeah, small town. Yeah. We literally 3 people away from the next. You might be talking to your cousin. If it's too dark outside, you be like, damn, that's your cousin. But going back into that spot, we didn't have any mangoes there, right? And so I tasted a mango when I first moved out here, at 25, about to be 26. I'm like, What is that? And he was like, bro, that's a mango. I always had mango flavored things. And when I tasted it, I was like, wow, this is different. So if you think about how grandmama and them did it back in the day when it was 11 children, how y'all feed all these people, right?
Right.
So they'll literally take some chicken, it might be a whole chicken, 2 chickens, something like that, put in a pot, put some greens up in there. Sometimes they have like a 13 bean soup or something like that, and they make a whole meal and they feed the whole house.
Right.
And if you think about it, during the pandemic, people was making the seafood bowls in and out. It wasn't no crabs or shrimp in the whole ocean.
Right.
And then when you look at the prices, you'd be like, how much does the average shrimp cost per pound? It's like $6.99, $7.99, like a pound. And I tell people, hey, bro, go over there and get some grapes. It'd be $2.99. It might be on sale, right, babe? $1.50. Bro, that's too expensive. Like, I ain't got it like that. So it really
but that, listen, that right there, what you just said, is literally like what we talked about, right? About our business and because we are bedroom candy consultants. And our people will come up to our table and ask us for discounts. But would you go to Louis Vuitton and ask for a discount?
No, not at all.
You would pay the motherfucking price.
Yeah, for sure.
Be like, oh, that's not $2,000 for a bag. I could, but that $25 shea butter, dang, that's a lot of money. But you had to tow Louis Vuitton out, Gucci
that's
out.
About value. I think that comes back to what you're talking about.
But that's what I'm saying. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same fucking mindset. You're saying to me that you can spend for these goddamn crab legs, these goddamn shrimps, but you can't use that same mentality for fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, for sure. And also, too, it's a self-worth and self-esteem.
Yes.
And it's almost like we don't value ourselves. We usually put more on the external than the internal, but it doesn't make sense. And you pay attention to like my videos, always saying like we have to put the health before the wealth, because it doesn't make sense to be super wealthy and cannot enjoy it because you're not healthy.
Right.
And so
I agree.
Yeah, and
Facts.
then it boils down to miseducation. Like we literally don't know. We literally don't know, because typically we think things, and when it happens like too often, it becomes normal. But really, it's abnormal. Like, how many people you know that's on high blood pressure, or they're on diabetes, or just take aspirin because they're trying?
I take high blood pressure medication and high cholesterol medication.
Okay, for sure. Then we actually get into these papers in a couple of minutes. But we think things are normal, and what actually happens is whoever controls the information, right, they control you, because later on up in life, everything catches up. It's just like working a job. Like a lot of people, they don't want to be entrepreneurs, for example, because you have to put the work in and then you get to pay paycheck whenever like your value goes up. But if you go to a job, you can just be working. You can do the laziest thing ever and you still get paid. But my whole point is our body is the same way, except it's an entrepreneur. When you take care of yourself, you can start right now at 50, 55, even 70, right? Improving your health, and you'll be in a better place. But as far as you about to slide out?
No.
Okay. But as far as like just improving ourselves, we just have to start to learn our bodies for one, and then start learning what foods actually do to the body. Because there's certain things, if you don't get them in, it's going to be bad business. Like a lot of people, they suffer from anemia, for example, right? And when you pay attention to it, it usually have to do with like a vitamin C deficiency. Vitamin C only stays in the body for 24 hours.
Oh,
but
wow.
But then on top of that, people smoke. If you smoke anything, your vitamin C goes down. Drink any alcohol, goes down. Processed foods, oils. It's a whole bunch of things that decrease like your vitamin C. And the whole time you think that you have anemia, but your body's really like, man, we need some vitamin C up in here. A lot of people have thyroid issues, so it's like the T4 and the T3, for example. It's a conversion that happens in your liver when you have selenium. So T4, that's inactive, right? T4, that's inactive, right? That's your thyroid hormone, right? And then the T3, that's your active form, right? Selenium helps convert T4 into T3, but the average person, they never even heard of selenium before.
Right, yeah.
Where do you get that at?
But like, how you spell that, nigga? How you spell selenium, nigga? How you spelling that?
Is that in a food,
right,
or is it like in a supplement?
No, for sure. No, it's definitely in foods. It's normally like in seeds. It's in some meats as well. Seafoods for sure. And if people plan on dealing with like seafoods, because once again, there's levels, always get wild caught.
Yes,
the farm raised, yeah, for sure. The farm raised is bad business. You just type in farm raised fish and you see how they kept. It's bad business. Right? So once again, we are what we eat, but we are what's in what we are eating. If you're eating nothing in the long run, you're not gonna be on nothing.
Yeah, I got you.
So what would you say? Because I have fibroids, And I've been dealing with that for, oh my God, almost a little bit over a decade. So what kind of foods would you suggest for someone, especially because a lot of Black women deal with fibroids? What would you suggest for Black women that are dealing with that, and exercises, right, for that?
Definitely. So when you deal with the fibroids in a general sense, it's gonna be inflammation, right? And then inflammation, people always put that like with mucus.
Yeah.
But so what I would tell people to do is start to increase things that actually have iodine in them, right? The seaweeds, that's gonna be a good source. If you pay attention, when 2020 came, the sea moss wave came. Everybody had sea moss. They was like, man, I was having fibroids and I started dealing with sea moss, and it started going away. Iodine, again, only stays in the body, just like vitamin C, for 24 hours. So start to include something that has iodine in it every single day. Also, too, something that has selenium in it. So you're going to deal with some Brazil nuts.
Okay.
Also, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds as well, because it has copper up in there.
Okay.
And then chasteberry, so that's going to be like a herb.
Can you write some of this stuff down for me?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Write it down, player, because, you know,
for sure.
I need it. I need it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Definitely. And then a couple of days out the week, fruit fast, right?
Okay.
So once again, I told y'all about like the 1%, like a week for a year straight is gonna be 52% better, right? So if you just do a fruit fast
what kind of fruit though? Like, because I love watermelon, I love cantaloupes, peaches, I love all kinds of fruit. So what fruit would you recommend for especially Black women, because our audience is predominantly for people of color? So what would you recommend for people of color to be eating, especially for someone that is dealing with fibroids?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you actually just hit all of them on the head.
Yeah.
Like the ones that you just said, the watermelon, yeah, I'm definitely with those. Also, berries, those super good. You want to deal with the grapes as well. Apples, and then the things I'm saying, like, they're not expensive.
Yes.
Because like my background is literally like a chef. That's what I do.
Yeah.
So it's like being economically friendly is just like, and when you in business, you're trying to make like the most profit, right?
Yeah.
Or I should say make profit. And I got to segue for another thing. So a lot of times we think that businesses are actually trying to kill us, when the whole time they're just trying to make money.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of them, they honestly don't know nothing about like nutrition. Even when you talk to like the average doctor or the nurse, and sometimes even nutritionists and stuff, I'm like, damn, I went to school for this, right? They honestly don't know. Because the thing about it is, it's not just about what you're doing right now. It's about how many times it add up in the long run. A lot of times when people come to me, let's just say like they might be having fibroids, then some people might be having cancer. They get like 5-6 different things.
Right.
The holistic people is their last approach.
Yeah, because I try to, because I also deal with seizures, and I have chronic migraines. It's a trait on my father's side of the family. So I try to stay away from the medications that the doctors prescribe me. I do take them, but again, there are narcotics, and I try to stay away from them as much as possible.
No, for sure. So anybody, rest in peace to one of my guys. He actually just died like a couple of months ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, from seizures. He hit me up. I gave him the protocol, and then like the last 5 messages that he didn't even read them. But vitamin B6, right? Vitamin B6 is one of those that you want to just get in like on a daily basis.
And you can use it as like a supplement or like with the food.
Yeah. So anything I'll be directed, even though I do like have a supplement brand, I'm more people eating a lifestyle and get supplements. So supplementation is just filling in certain type of holes. A lot of people feel like, man, I'm about to still eat whatever I want to eat and
just take these supplements. Yeah,
and that's literally counterproductive, right? Because the average person consuming 4 to 8 pounds of food in a day, and then they take some supplements that weigh 3 grams and be like, man, this stuff ain't working, bro. Like, what are you doing? You're not even,
because you just had a pound of ribs, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens.
Yeah, for
my guy. What are you talking about? And then you trying to take some echinacea and some B12 and then talking about it ain't working. So, well,
It's
my God,
counterproductive.
like it's
Right. So you're
counterproductive.
saying supplements are good, right? But we should still take it in our food. So when you say vitamin B6, what's some foods that have that?
Yeah, for sure. So it's going to be the bananas.
Yes.
So bananas is actually a better source of vitamin B6 than potassium. I always say bananas is a horrible source of potassium. You know how many you need to eat in a day of bananas to get your daily recommended amount of potassium?
How many?
How many?
Just guess.
6?
No.
20?
No, that's too high.
12?
Yeah.
Wow. But avocados, isn't that a good source?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. So
Okay.
the avocados have 2 or 3 times the amount of potassium
Right.
that a banana have. But so you got the bananas for the vitamin B6, and also too you have the avocados. Beans is a good source if you want to
Okay.
rock with the wild caught salmon. I gotta send y'all a list about like the different
Yes,
foods
please send us
Yeah.
lists.
like the actual minerals and the vitamins from. But yeah, those. So bananas is pretty cheap. Avocados, you go to Food City, you normally have them 2 for $1.
Yeah,
Right
yeah.
At Walmart, like 88
Right.
cents or something like that. And then the beans as well. Beans is like dirt cheap. I rock with the chickpeas. Those is like super nice.
What other beans are good?
Well,
Because I don't like chickpeas.
I mean, that's fine. Whatever bean that you like.
I love black beans.
Not them smooth.
I like Great Northerns.
Yeah, no, those is great as well. So, and also too, let me get into another thing.
Yeah.
A lot of time when you suggest something, somebody will come out the blue, be like, "No, that's not good for such and such and such." I had my cousin Earl Tony Jr. He fell out. Like that. It'd be like one person. So,
Yeah.
no, my whole reason why I just state that because everybody is biochemically like different. So, what you want to do is you have to see literally what works for you.
Got it.
And so it's either gonna work or it's gonna be unemployed. So once you start to apply that, you're gonna start to see the blood pressure goes down, the fibroids go down, right? A lot of people have blood sugar issues, water retention, etc. You have to put pressure on getting like the minerals and the vitamins in and the fiber as well, because the fiber is literally like the prebiotics. Y'all heard of like probiotics?
Yes.
So they got there's really a $4 billion industry built off probiotics when you just tell people to just eat more fruits and vegetables. So this is why I tell you.
That's why it's cheaper. Like everybody want to get a supplement or they want to go buy the pre-packaged stuff and then they say, oh, eating healthy is expensive. It's not. It's just really, like you saying, just fruits and vegetables, period.
Yeah, for sure. And then also too how you value yourself.
Right.
If you value yourself more, it's like you want to put the best
In your
fluid
body.
in you possible. But if
Right.
you don't, you start to do anything. And also too, a lot of us, we just honestly don't know.
Right.
We literally don't. Like that's like the biggest misinformation.
You don't know what you don't know.
Is the biggest thing to us. So that's why I'm saying, like, if you apply pressure on like how much potassium that you're getting in, how much vitamin C, et cetera, right, you will be in a better place. And also too, just go outside and like live life. And you was talking about like the vitamin D, for example. The worst thing during the pandemic for black people to do was stay in the house. That literally was the worst thing for black. It was like go in the house and stay out. We already
I was in the house. I ain't gonna
Yes,
hold
ma'am.
you. I was in the house. I was like, no.
Yeah, but we need that sun.
Yeah, I was. Elizabeth's like, cause shout outs to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a homie. And she was like, sis, go outside. And I'd be like, I'm going outside, sis. She was like, go outside and get your vitamin D, vitamin C.
Yeah, she was trying to get her vitamin D some other way.
Right.
But
yeah,
we
I was, nigga, telling my business.
I mean, that's cool. Y'all go on the porch or something like that. And
Yeah.
y'all get collected that way as well.
Yeah.
But
It was difficult during COVID. It was very, very challenging for me and for her because we had just started the business. We had, all these things. So we were in this bubble for so long. And, now that we back outside, I'm like, oh God, I'm back outside. I'm like, all right.
I think it's the heat though. Sometimes that's here in Arizona, the heat keeps us like in the winter. I'll go outside more here. Whereas like being from Michigan or like from Michigan City, we went out in the summer. Here it's so hot. You really literally going from air conditioning to air conditioning. But I got a follow-up question for you because I think people need to know like in what you do. How do you? So if someone was coming to you and said, I'm ready to get started, like what kind of services do you offer? I really want to make sure that we get that out there, like how you, what you do and how you can help people in the community.
okay, for sure. I'll have to go back into the vitamin D.
Yep, go back
'Cause I
to
know
it
it'd be
and then,
I'm gonna
and
jump
then we'll
into
talk
that,
about
definitely.
it.
So vitamin D is actually a hormone, right? It's produced like in your liver and your kidneys, and it's fat soluble, so that means it's stored in your fat.
Right.
So a lot of times, like in the wintertime, if you going out, especially like in Arizona, like even in summertime, this gets stored in your fat. But a lot of times, people, they still don't go outside. But it's like once you do go outside and you notice, like, man, they wilding out, man. Like in the summertime, whatever, they literally getting the vitamin D that they need, and so they're starting to feel good. But yeah, in the bigger sense, go outside, get some vitamin D, and then also too, if you can't go outside, like you can take some mushrooms, like the shaitan mushrooms or white belly mushrooms.
And no, these is not shrooms, nigga. You not getting high.
Yeah,
100%. Out here. Act cutting up.
No, yeah, a lot of people, they be on that. But I was about to say is like mushrooms, they actually absorb the vitamin. They absorb vitamin D2, and then your body converts them into vitamin D3. Also, certain seafoods, right, like trout, some salmon, they have vitamin D in them as well. And as far as going back into like the services that I offer, so I do consultations. So usually what I tell people to get in tune with, you have to know your body. And no, I'm not anti on the healthcare, because I don't have a machine where I can tell you exactly what your levels is. So what a person would do if they really wanted to improve themselves is go get a blood test. You go get a blood test, you see a complete blood panel. Sister Elizabeth, she do that too. Salute to her.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get that from her.
For sure. And then that way you know exactly what's going on. And then that's when we can make a customized like plan exactly for you. I also teach people how to like cook, how to make smoothies, how to make juices as well, and just how to be in a healthier place. Because you really think about it, convenience is our main problem when it comes to our health. Because it's just like, well, I ain't cooked today. That look good over there. That look good. Next thing you know, you hundreds of dollars up in fast food, and then your health is going downhill on a daily basis. But since a lot of us don't know ourselves, we can't even tell. Like, man, I don't even dream. Like, I know people, they like, bro, I never dreamed before. And once you don't dream, it's your dream's supposed to be a reflection of like your reality is happening and your reality in the future. And people notice when they start to eat better.
I never heard of people that don't dream.
Yeah,
my thing is I dream, but then as soon as I get up, I can't remember it. But Nayana knew, she has something where you can put it. Shout out to Nayana, and she's part of Be More Raw too with Elizabeth. But she gave me somewhere you like. It's like a drop. I haven't tried it. I'm gonna do it. But drop, and you supposed to like, it helps you sleep, but it also, when you wake up, you'll remember your dreams. I was like, oh,
nice. Yeah, nice, definitely. So, and that's like the thing. Like, once we start to know ourselves better and just we try to push ourselves for improvement every single day, we'll be in a better place. Like, you want to be the best at everything. And once you start to have that mindset, you'll be.
So someone would come to you, right? And they're like, I want to be healthier. And so you would set a plan with them. You ask them questions and get to know where they are at that level, and then make recommendations for them. Is that like a weekly, like when you do the first consultation, and then do you have like, it's almost kind of, is it kind of being like a,
accountable partner? Yeah,
accountability partner.
Yeah, for sure.
Meeting with them, like, is that on a monthly basis or weekly, or what's the most effective?
Yeah, for sure. A couple of times out the week. So the thing is, like, our main issue is we're tribal people, so we work better as a tribe. Right. A lot of people like, man, I'm about to do everything by myself, and et cetera, right?
Yeah.
And then if you notice, like, people set New Year's resolutions, right? If you don't have a team,
set them.
If you don't have a team with you 4 months prior to January, right, it's gonna be bad business, because you cannot change habits overnight. But you constantly have somebody like, dang, okay, you drinking enough water, you put them teas in, like, did you meal prep, et cetera, right? And then like in 30 to 90 days, you're gonna see a result. You're usually gonna see a result way sooner than that, but I always say 30 days because you have to be consistent. And too often we be inconsistent, and then we get mad at the results. Like, how you mad at work that you didn't put in? But the more consistent that you be in, the better place that you be in. And that's why, like, when I make posts on social media, I'm like, don't believe me, test it out yourself. All you have to do is just do it. Like, you get a blood test, right? And they be like, because like my brother, he did that. He was like, man, I thought you was talking BS that whole damn time he was on social media. Bruh, that stuff is absolutely true, man. He said, man, I started doing smoothies. I started walking more. I started getting sunlight. I started like cutting out all the BS, bruh. my whole life changed, bro. Like people really need to like invest in it.
Sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That gave him, I'm sorry. I know we interrupt and stuff because it's just like I think I might be ADHD because stuff pop in my head and I be like, oh, da 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 da.
No, it's cool. It's for the healing.
I love it.
No, but I really wanted people to know, like, you know, how you are so beneficial to people. Like you said, we're tribal. Don't try to do this on your own.
No.
You know, find people who are knowledgeable, like brother Leo,
yes.
who will, you know, get you on the right track so that you can do it. It's a lot. I mean, you'll cut out a lot of the research.
Right.
You know, in time that he's already done, that he can help you and guide you. Like you came up here with all these different vitamins, B6 for this and this, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody is not, we can't be, you know, some people to be so cheap and they think I'll just research and do it. That's a lot of fucking research.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? And people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. It doesn't want people.
Yeah, 100%.
Who need people.
Yeah.
See, I'm just saying, it's like, when you say we're tribal, it's like sometimes I think like we it's about supporting us and circulating the bag too. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here in our community is committed to our community. Let's support him.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then once you start to invest in yourself, it's just like you're gonna start to see the benefits. It goes back into like the bank analogy I was saying. The more the positive deposits that you make into yourself, the better that your life is gonna be. And you can just try this out for even like a week. But like, okay, cool, I'm about to cut out this. Yeah. I'm about to start to incorporate this. Like I'm about to go on a fruit fast every Friday, right? And you do that for a year straight, it's 52 days of eating nothing but fruit. It's something simple like that the average person will look over, but it's like, oh man, I ain't know it. And then because we only have one body.
Yeah. Right.
And if you're not taking care of your body in the long run, it's going to be bad business. It's like having one vehicle. Like you got one vehicle, you're not hitting no pothole. You're not really speeding.
Right.
You're doing everything.
You getting the oil change regularly, all that stuff because you needed to last.
Right.
For sure.
I love what you said too. Is like you can be wealthy, but if your health is not in place, then what's the point? Like the thing that terrifies me is like, 10 years from now, my husband will be a retirement age, right? And 15 for me. And it would suck to be retired. We done worked all our lives and all this stuff, and now we too sick to do any damn thing. We don't have to work anymore, and now we too sick to do anything. And it just frightened me, the thought of it. And I was like, I just can't. I have to do something different because I don't want to live my life that way. Right. Because we growing our business, and sometimes we always say, every time you see all over get the money, get the bag, all the money, all of this, and then you eating shit, eating crap.
Yep.
And you got the money and you sick. Yeah. And you can't do nothing. You can't even, or you need the energy to do this business, to be self-employed. It takes a lot of energy, especially if you work in a full-time job. Ooh. And you self-employed. Where do you get the energy? And you got a family.
Yes, ma'am.
You need to eat better so you can have the energy to do what it is you need to do to get the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
Period.
Exactly, right. and it goes back into like the sex. So once you start to take care of yourself, in multiple areas, it's gonna start to like lead into the sex. Like really, like tell any guy out here, bruh, like even if you think that you hitting good and like, bruh,
you not.
You so
you not, nigga. You not. From personal experience, nigga.
You was great. All right,
Not.
So,
even if you are, you can do better.
Yeah, exactly. It's always like
I give these niggas 5 out of 10.
No, exactly. No, Drake told us that like almost like 15 years ago, it's always room for improvement. Yep. So if a guy, okay, cool, like he doing this thing right, then he gonna start exercising, then he gonna start to eat better, and then once he started to do that, it's like, oh wow. And the same thing with a woman. He's like, bro, I can orgasm, because most women never orgasm because of typical
Which is a shame. It's so sad.
For sure, yeah, because what actually it is, most people don't outgrow their first sexual experiences. They having sex the same way they did when they started at 15.
Yeah, if you having sex the same way since 1995, nigga, go on about your business, because ain't nobody got time. If I know...
No, come see us, because we will help you. And come see Leo so he can help you on the inside, and we'll help you on the outside.
Nigga, if I know the move before you even put me in there... If I know what you about to do before you even about to do it, we have a problem.
Yeah, 100%.
You putting me in that same move
every week
since 1998, nigga. That's a problem.
Yeah, figure 4. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I don't listen. I don't listen. I want to be surprised. I don't want to know the same move. Put me in that same move. I'm gonna be. You gonna
get bored.
Yeah,
and I think that's the thing with my husband. I was like, we have great sex, but one of the things that I was telling him is that, like, we're older, we're empty nesters, we don't have kids, they're all grown, and so we're exploring different things, and we get into explore kink and different things and what our boundaries and limits are and stuff like that, but because we don't want to be bored in sex, and we don't want to be, and I don't want to just like get the side profile all the time. I want us, as great as our relationship, I want that to evolve as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't care if we 70 and we still I want it to be 70 and we still better. It's still getting better.
Definitely, yeah. So, for sure, yeah. Never stop learning. That's like the key factor to get forever improving in life is to never stop learning. Because like if a guy just started to pay more attention to like what he doing to a woman's body, like he kissing right here, and you see her moving, it's like, okay, cool. You stay over there. Like, hey, you hitting this spot. Don't move.
Don't move. Thank you.
And then they start to do extra. What you moving for?
Right. You didn't. Okay, now you didn't mess the orgasm. We got to start all the way over.
Exactly. And then it was a build up because you had to do like the pre-play before all that.
Yeah.
And then you was like, okay.
But that's the problem with
King
black
Leo
men
out here, man.
Yeah.
If I tell you I'm about to come and then you doing some extra bullshit, why are you doing that extra bullshit, nigga? Why? I was right there, and you did.
But it's the same thing with women too. It's like we have to listen to our man and how they move, and if we see that they're reacting a certain way, then we need to keep that up too as well.
Right.
It goes both ways, but I think in the black community, a lot of black men don't want to change, or they feel like I gotta eat meat or I gotta be this or this whole. You know what I'm saying? It's like and being vulnerable and listening and learning. And then the other thing in the black community, we talked about this when people are like. I love when you say never stop learning, because I hate when people, like, even when it comes to like the changes in the community and diversity and, pronouns and all these different things, when people say, well, I've been this way for so many years and I ain't gonna change. And it's like, then why are you even living? Because life, I want to always learn I want to learn at 50, 60, 70, beyond. As long as I am on this earth, I always want to grow and evolve and learn. And so I feel like in our community, sometimes we get set in our ways and we have to break those barriers and those changes.
And we get stuck in this place of how to be a black person. That's the thing this is the way that you're supposed to be black.
Like culture don't have to be ham hocks.
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's our culture. No, that's just some food. I mean, let's be real.
Right. Even poverty too.
That's the culture. Why does poverty have to be black culture?
You don't put turkey necks in your greens. You ain't black, nigga. Well, hold up. Wait a minute. Like, sometimes I want to change it up. Like, sometimes I don't want to put meat in the greens, nigga. Sometimes it's okay. Like, chill out. But again, this is the part that as black people, we have these problems. We have these issues, and so
we have to change that.
It really is. It's a problem.
You over here cracking. This is what I know.
Listen.
This is our comedian, our resident comedian.
Get to know me after 5 o'clock. Get real. You should have came to Vegas with us.
Oh. We had a.
Because are you single, Leo?
No, I got a lady.
See, this is some bullshit.
But people brought their partners, and they did.
But I didn't have nobody to do nothing with.
We had a kink bag, and we had people who had couples, and they did. Yes. They got to do sexy pictures together, and it was really, really nice. It was just a whole content creation thing. But we definitely are gonna do it again. You know, ours will always have like a kinky, sexy component to it. But definitely I wanted to tell you this too. We're gonna do our spicy bag real quick. But and then we're gonna have you share your social media. We really appreciate you. Your knowledge is just amazing. You guys listen.
Oh yeah.
This dude came to our expo, and we
Yes.
we gonna find a way to get you back
Yes.
for our
For
expo
Appreciate
February 23rd through the 25th of 2024.
Yes.
We gonna find something for you because
Okay.
I just
workshop something.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah, for sure.
I thought the information you had was it was amazing. And like when
Yeah.
people think our sex expo, we say we have mild things and we have wild things, you know, because it's really just about having a conversation that impacts our community.
Yep.
And so it's not always about we gonna be whipping and you know all that stuff.
No,
we gonna have that.
was that.
We gonna have that, but
Yeah.
also we are about equipping our people with the knowledge
Right.
to increase. You know what I'm saying? Getting more knowledge about their bodies, their life, and that comes with nutrition too. That was really important to have
It
you
was
there to have
impactful.
that conversation.
It
And
was
we
so
thank you so
impactful,
much.
and I'm,
Definitely.
you know, so when I tell you that when people really loved your presentation, and everybody was just like,
And
oh
more
my
people
God.
need to see it.
Yeah, and it was just like the whole weekend was just so
Fire.
it was
for sure.
it was fire. Literally
Yeah,
on
we
fire.
had you weren't there. You didn't come
didn't
Saturday.
come.
We actually had
And you need to
someone
be
do a
there entire
presentation
weekend.
with the fire. You heard about it?
Yeah, definitely heard about it. That's crazy.
I got the clips.
Yeah.
I could show
Oh,
you.
you know we're on Roku now,
Yes.
and you're in our credits on the
Yes.
Roku on the Roku channel. We have the
that's fire.
highlights, and then we have like a little mini documentary,
Mm-hmm.
and so we have all the people who participated. You're in our
I'm honored.
in
So
our
you
credits.
on TV? You on TV?
I'm honored.
Yeah, so if you had a Roku channel, download
Yeah.
Icebreakers TV.
Okay.
Yep.
And you'll see the two highlight videos on there. It's on there for a limited time.
Yep.
That's powerful.
So check it out.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. It's the stagnation in the community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
absolutely.
So if you just like even with the thinking, right? When somebody like, man, I'm too old, I ain't have to change it, whatever, right? It's like, so an old cure can be a new poison. Just because it worked back then, don't mean that it's gonna work right now.
Absolutely.
Stagnated
Absolutely.
water, right? Is bad because there's no movement. Anything that's not moving in life is
Yes.
gonna come to an end.
Yes.
Like your heart is beating 100,000 times a day.
Right.
So you be like, damn, okay, I need to start making sure I incorporate something that's making sure my heart is gonna be good.
Yeah.
And then your heart, that's gonna help like blood flow around your body, gonna go to the brain, gonna go to all around your body to make sure that you're in a better type of place. But also too, I wanted to go over this like a little bit.
Yeah,
You got
go
a
ahead.
second,
Yeah,
Real
go
quickly.
ahead.
Go.
I got you. So let me see. All
Which
right,
one we looking at? The
For sure.
diet?
Yeah, so it's called so it's Victory Health, nutrients depleted by medicine.
Oh, yes. Let's look at that.
Depleted by drugs, right? So
Yes.
a lot of people like they take a medication.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of people take medication like unknowingly. Can you read the one where it says anti-hypertension or blood pressure? It should be towards the bottom.
Blood pressure. I'm
Hypertension.
hypertensive.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah.
So are these replacements, or these what when you take those drugs, what it's depleting?
It's what is depleting.
Calcium, coenzyme Q10, magnesium, potassium, vitamin B1, vitamin B6, vitamin C, zinc, and then it says etc. Like it's more shit.
It's extra.
Oh my God! Did I take? Yeah.
No, for sure. And then and then this page right here. Right. So you said calcium was depleted by
Right.
like that medication, and then, so on this one is actually just showing you. You might have to go to the next page. But
Oh, vitamin and mineral deficiencies.
Oh, okay.
So what
So
am I looking up?
muscle-
Calcium.
So
Yeah,
muscle,
you can look
so
up
muscle
calcium.
cramps, fractured bones, easy, confusion, loss of memory, numbness, depression, brittle nails, and I don't know. if that big-
Hallucinations.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but-
And etc.
yeah, Sensual. No, it's gonna be a Sensual. No, so no, the reason why I wanted to go over
shit.
is use wow.
Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
the reason why I wanted to go over this is because like just because taking medication is normal doesn't
Right.
mean that's gonna do good in the long end. So you seen with your own eyes, like, okay, these nutrients is being depleted, right?
Right.
So what's gonna happen is you're gonna start to have more and more problems, and the next thing you know, you're gonna be
You'll
one
need
medication,
more medication
another one,
and more
another one, another
medication,
one. So
yeah.
like your medicine cabinet is your refrigerator, right? What
Yes.
you're consuming every single day, right?
Yes.
So once a person like stand on that and they truly believe on that, as a people, we'll become in a better place.
Yes.
But until then, it's like, okay, cool, man. Tony Earl over there, man. You know he got he got that hypertension.
Just get that medication
diabetes,
and just go on with that.
Yeah, exactly. And you gonna
Cause your pee will taste like birthday cake, nigga. Cause if you out here, your pee will taste like birthday cake. Yes, it's gonna be delicious, but you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Handle that. Handle that.
Yeah, 100%. And also two simple things as well. Vitamin K. So vitamin K is gonna be abundant
vitamin K
in like leafy greens, right?
Yeah.
So, but well, let me make sure I say this. So, if you get vitamin K from plants, it only stays in the body for like 6 to 8 hours. If you get it from meat sources, it stays in the body for 24 hours. But it's fat soluble. And the reason why I just brought vitamin K up, because you know, like heart disease is the #1 cause of death. That's why I had you stop it.
Right.
At 34 seconds.
That was impactful. That was very powerful when you did that. But go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So, no, definitely, I appreciate that. So it's gonna be the heart disease and then like the strokes and the heart attacks. But the reason I'm talking about vitamin K, so you know how people be talking about like calcium is good for the bones, right? So vitamin K actually takes the calcium and puts it in the bone. But if you're not getting vitamin K in, calcium just floats around in the body, and the main place that it stops at is in the heart. Because you know about blood flow, and atherosclerosis is a buildup of plaque. And then, you know, you're talking about like your hypertension medication, it depletes magnesium. So the vitamin K like puts the calcium in the bone, and the magnesium like makes it stay in the bone and maintains it staying in the bone. So it's like the holistic type of approach.
And vitamin K is in leafy green?
Yes, ma'am, leafy green.
But you're saying that one, if you're the person that doesn't do meat, then you need those leafy greens every day to get that.
Yeah, for sure. And then consume it with like some form of oil. So if I'm doing some leafy greens, I consume it with some avocados. Avocados is over 70% like in the fat. So, but also too, going back to my social media, sometimes I get long-winded. So you can follow me like on Facebook, Leo Victory II. I'm also on YouTube, Victory to Health. That's like I'm talking on my health, cooking on there, and then I like my motivational one. That's Leonardo Victory II, and you can also find me on Instagram, and then that's gonna be LTG219. TikTok is the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Period.
If you have any questions, I'm out here to really help push the culture forward.
Yes, y'all. So. We're gonna put all of that in the show notes.
Yes,
definitely,
because we want to make sure that people can find you.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you know. So
we gonna do the spicy bag. Now we do have some this
spicy bag.
It's
I gotta put the glasses
it's
on.
chocolate.
Spicy bag. Spicy bag.
Spicy time.
My favorite time of the show, because we get to talk about bedroom candy, because we are both bedroom candy consultants, and bedroom candy is fucking fire. So we did a photo shoot yesterday. We did some cool shit.
Yeah.
And we did something with the chocolate paint.
Yes. And it's called, what's the name of it?
It is called Just Desserts, and it's a literal chocolate paint you can pour on your partner, and it comes with this nice little paintbrush and everything like that.
You can also dip.
Yeah, you can
your
dip
fruits
it.
and like strawberries and stuff like that. It's like it's a chocolate sauce.
Yes.
And so but I love that it comes with the paint brush.
Yes.
Because like my husband and I, we did some portraits and a photo shoot, and we took it. So
smell
just
smell
yeah.
It,
So just imagine.
Yeah.
Lick the brush?
No. We don't have a thing.
We don't have a spoon.
Yeah. No, I don't have a spoon, but we'll
like that.
we'll find something, or you can
Right.
taste it later. But you can like heat it up a little bit.
Yes.
And it's really, really fun to imagine, again, trying to bring some spice into the bedroom.
Yes.
Wearing your eye mask, right? So we have a beautiful, sexy Dark Desires collection, and we have this beautiful mask that's very comfortable. It's not restricting, but we all know that sensory deprivation also enhances all of the other senses.
Yes, ma'am.
So imagine being blindfolded and your partner, this is a game you can play where your partner can take the chocolate
She
paint.
loves fucking games.
I love games. Your partner can take the paint and draw pictures on your body. It's like Pictionary, but in a sexy way. And so you have to guess while you're blindfolded what they drew on your body.
So this is part of the Dr.
And then they can lick it off.
And this is part of our BDSM collection, and it's our blindfold. I'm gonna have you take a look at that.
Feel how soft it is. So imagine that like on your eyes. It's not it's very nice materials. It's soft, it's stretchy, and it's pretty. It's sexy, you know what I'm saying? And it's gender neutral, so that can be for, you know, a female, for a male, you know. I love that it's very inclusive.
Yep,
it's amazing.
Come with Plan B's or no?
I mean
I'm from the material.
No, my brother, you got to get your own.
And this is our paddle, one of my favorites from our Dark Desires collection.
Fire.
Right?
Yeah, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
I'm more of a flogger type person, but I do like this. And you see how the color coordination, it all goes together. Gives a nice little pat on the butt.
Yes.
Is it used?
Huh?
It's clean.
This is our
demo.
display.
Those are for our demo purposes only.
Oh, you a comedian too, Leo?
We don't be using it.
Yeah, but
like that.
Yeah, but it's like, so you can have a lot of fun in the bedroom and just kind of like, just like kind of change up some stuff, not do the same thing all the time. And so she said, I love to play games, so why not play Pictionary on your partner's body and then lick it off of them? That's like really hot. And the cool thing about wearing the blindfold is you don't know what part of the body that they're going to. So it's like that first initial touch, is that sensation is like, ooh, you right there on my leg, or you on my thigh. So it's a lot of fun.
No, I believe it. Yeah, hey, so never stop learning. Again, when it comes to your partner, that's always going to keep it like flourishing.
Yes, absolutely. And that's a great way to discover, like we were talking about, if you see that it's something that they like, that's a great way to discover, like, because I always ask my husband, I'm like, besides your penis, you know what I'm saying, what else do you like? Like, if I lick you here or kiss you there, you know, it's a great way to find other parts, those erogenous zones and places on your partner's body that get them going. And everybody's different. Somebody could just be like the tip of their elbow or something, you know, that just turns them on. And you can't bring the same thing that you had with the previous partner and be like, oh, I turned them on and think that that's going to
I ain't never got no complaints before, nigga.
But I'm saying that's going to turn.
Why you complaining? Sarah ain't never complained.
Right.
Tisha ain't never complained, but your ass complaining.
You got to bring something.
I'm not Tisha, nigga. Different. I'm Kiki, nigga. And I'm telling you, cut the shit out.
It is. You have to bring, you know, everybody's different. We all, like you said, we all are different, our bodies and everything. So,
yeah.
But that was our spicy bag.
Definitely.
Spicy bag.
I wish we had a thing on here that went,
ooh.
Yeah. Hey, you just hit it.
But, Leo, thank you so much for coming.
Definitely, I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you. We gonna find somewhere to put you in our expo.
Yes,
because you drop that knowledge, and people need to understand, like, especially in, you know, our people, that even good sexual health starts with what we put in our bodies.
Yep.
For sure, definitely. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. We gonna that's ours.
Okay.
We're definitely going to put all your contact information in our show notes. Is there anything else that you want to say before we chime out?
Oh yeah, for sure. We know a couple. But basically, it's more about being nourished than just being healthy.
Yes.
The reason why I'm stating this, because a lot of people are like, man, I tried to eat healthy and I still had the problems. Like, but were you nourished?
Right.
You focus on being nourished, focus on getting like your minerals and your vitamins that you need in on a daily basis, and then you just start to move up 1% a week. Consistently for a year, you're gonna be 52% better. And always put your best at everything you do, especially when it comes to your temple, because we only got one bottle.
Yes.
Body. So once we start to be like, okay, cool, this body, I'm gonna make sure I'm putting the best in it.
Right.
I'm trying to hear the best. I'm trying to be around the best, and it's like you don't have an overall better feel.
Yes.
Nice.
So thank you so much for
you,
joining
Leo.
us.
Appreciate y'all.
And listen, you guys. You got to come to our expo, February 23rd through the 25th, 2024. You're going to see this brother here. He's going to drop some knowledge.
For sure.
And again, this our expo is about we're celebrating the whole body. It's going to be centered on sexual health and wellness for the BIPOC community, the Black and Brown community. And so it's going to be centered on you. Where have you ever been to an expo where they focused on you? We were always just a small part of this. The conversation is about you, so don't miss it. In Glendale, Arizona, February 23rd through the 25th, 2024. And we are out. Thank you for watching Sex, Love, and the Black Experience.
Peace and love.
Peace and love.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Sex, Love, and the Black Experience podcast. Please continue to tune in and keep watching. And follow us at omgoddesses.com, join our VIP list, or Facebook and IG at omgoddesses20 and Twitter at omgoddesses.